6-2, 3-6, 4-6. A decider though it needed in the US Open men's doubles final, but unfortunately for India's Rohan Bopanna, who by the way is the oldest player ever to play in the men's doubles final, unfortunately could not go ahead and script history. He and his Australian teammate Matthew Ebden were on the losing side as far as the final of the US Open 2023 men's doubles is concerned. A bright start for the Indo-Australian duo, I would say. Winning the first set 6-3, rather 6-2, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 6-2 was the winning margin as far as the first set is concerned. But a strong comeback thereon from the British American pair that we saw compete in the final. By the way, a third straight US Open men's double title for the American British pair of Rajiv Ram and Joe Salisbury. Third consecutive title for them. That speaks volumes about the pair, how well they have performed over the last few years, especially in this tournament. But before we get into the nitty-gritties of how exactly the match played out as far as Rohan Bopanna is concerned, many thought this could perhaps be the swan song for the Indian great, somebody who's represented tennis at the highest level for India for the longest time now. 13 years later, he found himself playing in the final of the US Open men's double event once again. The last time around that he did that was back in the year 2010. But as far as his career highs are concerned, he definitely, if this was to be no announcement from him as far as his final game is concerned, but given the fact that age isn't particularly on his side or is on his side, many were billing this to be perhaps his swan song or his last game, and which is why many Indian tennis fans out there were looking forward to a long career being capped off with a win in the US Open, where he did unfortunately lose in the final for the second time as far as the men's doubles event is concerned. But when you talk about Rohan Bopanna and his legacy, perhaps his career high point will forever and forever remain the 2017 mixed doubles final in the French Open. Remember that he won in the year 2017. So that'll be the career high for Rohan Bopanna. But for somebody who's been around in the circuit for so long, what a moment it could have been, especially after the good start that him and Matthew Ebden had in the final at the Arthur Ashe Stadium in the United States. But a strong comeback there that we saw from Salisbury and Rajesh Ram over there. But in the end, one can say that it was perhaps the missed opportunity, especially in the first serve, that really costed the Indo-Australian, beg your pardon, the Indo-Australian pair. And let me just quickly run you through exactly what the stats read at the end of the match as far as the finals of the men's doubles category is concerned. Like I said, the first serve is where the difference really was for the two pairs, because the pair of Rajiv Ram and Joe Salisbury had a 71% success rate as far as the first serve is concerned, as compared to 59% that Matthew Ebden and Rohan Bopanna had. The other difference maker, I would say, would be the break points. In fact, very similar as far as the break points are concerned, 2 out of 7 for both of those. But the one moment I really want to be talking about, and that happened in the 7th game of the third set. Remember, you're in the decider, there's the championship on the line, but Rohan Bopanna produces one of the spectacular moments of sportsmanship you could ever expect from anyone. The point was very much given to Ebden and Bopanna, but Rohan Bopanna said that the ball had indeed brushed his elbow or his forearm. He did gesture to his elbow though, and it was only after replays that one could see a clear deflection over there. But the point had very much been given to the British American pair. But that just speaks volumes of the strong character of Rohan Bopanna. He too knew that that point really could have changed the momentum and helped him and his teammate Matthew Ebden. But nonetheless, true sportsmanship being displayed over there by Rohan Bopanna. He was the one who went up to and spoke with the match official, who in fact asked him if he wanted to concede the point, and he said, that's exactly what I'm saying, I'm ready to give the point because the ball did brush my shoulder. On naked eye, in fact, the officials weren't able to spot that. So that would, in fact, when you talk about this particular final, will always be, one of the talking points when you look back at Rohan Bopanna and his level, his brand of tennis, firstly, and that also, the sportsman spirit with which he not just played the final today at the Arthur Ashe Stadium, but also how his career has been all along as well. For all of those joining us right now, heartbreak there for tennis fans. Rohan Bopanna and Matthew Ebden, the Indo-Australian pair, not ending on the winning side as far as the US Open men's doubles final is concerned. They lost out to Rajesh Ram of the United States and his teammate Joe Salisbury in the final of the US Open men's doubles event. 6-2, 3-6, 4-6. That is what the ultimate scoreline was at the end, and heartbreak there for Rohan Bopanna as well as tons of his fans in India. So that is how things ended at the Arthur Ashe Stadium, and we'll have to wait and watch how things proceed as far as Rohan Bopanna is concerned. Many saying that this could have been possibly his last appearance in a Grand Slam final. We'll have to wait and watch if that's the case with Rohan Bopanna, but what a stellar career he's had nonetheless, and what a moment of true sportsmanship we saw from him today. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us for this quick update as far as the US Open men's doubles event is concerned. The coverage of the US Open continues here on Sports Today, as well as not just for tennis but for other sports as well. So stick along, do tap that bell icon so that you know every time we have an update for you. Remember, we've got our folks over there in Sri Lanka as well. As far as the Asia Cup is concerned, we're getting you live and exclusive updates from Sri Lanka. Check out some of the videos that we have in the Asia Cup playlist on our YouTube handle, and don't forget to log on to the website as well, sportstuck.com, as well as the Sportstuck app, where we have not just exclusive in-depth articles for you, but also some of the match highlights as well from all the sporting action happening around the world at the moment. For now, my name is Harshit Ahuja. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a good night's sleep to all of you.